Good morning, welcome back. It's Wednesday, and thought I'd bring you along for some of my day today. It's already 10:15 in the morning, and we have done breakfast and the dishes, and my 15-year-old son mowed the yard and didn't break the window this time, so doing good. Everybody is in the pool early today because this is another over 90 day, and we're under a heat advisory from 11 until 9 p.m. So I want them to swim while it's still safe and they're not going to get dehydrated and not know it. So they're doing that, except for my 17-year-old who is normally at camp. She ended up coming home yesterday. I took her to urgent care because she said her ear hurt and her eardrum had ruptured, and so she's home on antibiotics, just healing up and trying to feel better. And she's actually still asleep, or actually I think I heard her just stirring, so she's getting up. But yeah, it's gonna be another hot one. So my plan today is, first of all, I need to get dinner going, and I pulled out chicken thighs and drumsticks, and I'm gonna do them in the crock pot. So for the recipe that I found, you do a dry rub on them, sear them in oil, and then put them in the crock pot to cook. And so I'm gonna do that, but I've set up a bench that we have that goes on the porch. I don't think when I did the cleaning video of that, it's on the kids side, but it was being repaired. Aaron had it out in front of the garage, and he was reattaching the legs and wood gluing and all that stuff because it gets used hard at that table with the Legos. So I pulled it over against the wall by the outlet, and I'm gonna plug my crock pots in there and let the chicken cook there, because even though the crock pot of course produces less heat than the oven, it still produces heat, and it's hot in here anyway. I do have the blind open over here, and that's because it's just so dark without it being open, but I'll probably end up shutting it again, and I'm gonna turn the temperature down on the air conditioner and just enjoy the cool air while I get dinner going. I think for lunch it'll just be leftovers. That's what we usually do, just whatever you can find, unless we're out of leftovers, but we're not today. So I'm gonna do that for lunch, get dinner going, and then I think I'm gonna clean my kitchen. It's kind of gotten out of control as well. I think whenever school ended and summer started and it was just like, can breathe and we don't have to do anything, everything just got messy, and so we need to clean it up. So we're gonna bring you along for that too. So I'm frying these in lard, and it's taking about 6 minutes on each side, and then you're supposed to put them in your crock pot, and it says 1 layer, and this is as close to 1 layer as I can get. And then you pour chicken broth over it, and I'm just using bouillon mixed with water. You're gonna pour that over it and then get it set to, I'm doing it on high, and that's probably gonna be like 5.5 to 6 hours, and hopefully that's gonna be enough. So I've got the thighs put out here in the first crock pot. See, I just set up the bench, and we're gonna put the crock pots on there to cook. And I looked whenever I came in, so I have this thermometer, and it's awful and old and you can't keep it clean, but anyway, it's hard to see. So it says indoor, which is what's in the house. I think the sensor for it's somewhere close by. It's like 72 in here, and outside, which is actually the porch, because before they put that addition on, it was the outdoor temperature. It's like 84 out there. So obviously we keep the door shut as much as possible. I was trying to decide what to do as a side with our chicken, and I thought about doing potato salad, but not everybody likes potato salad, so I think baked potatoes, but of course I don't want to use the oven. And I could use our microwave to do them, but then you can only do a few at a time, and I would like to have some extra if possible. So I think I'm gonna bring my big electric roaster in out of the garage and plug it in on the other side of the porch, or if that seems like it's too much of a strain on the electrical, I may plug it in the garage and just do the potatoes in it. So So if you have an electric roaster, it's basically an oven. So you set it to the right temperature. So I can set it to 375 or 400, and the potatoes should take about the same amount of time they would take in the oven. So like an hour and a half before dinner, then I'll go ahead and get the potatoes ready and put them in there and let them bake. And then I think that will be a yummy dinner. We're gonna feed the kids lunch in a little bit, but I went out to the garage and brought in some frozen bananas that our oldest had brought home from work, and a bag of strawberries that's not looking so hot. And I pulled out all of the random yogurt that we had in the fridge, and I'm gonna do smoothies for the kids when they come in from the pool, first of all, and then we'll do lunch after that. My goal for today is just to do this half of the kitchen. Like I said, it's gotten out of hand. The stuff over here should be pretty easy to deal with. It just needs put away. That's a toy that goes on the porch. That basket back there, the crate, is supposed to hold the potatoes, but we had old ones in there that I wanted to use up before I put the new ones in. There's onions in this crock, just a couple of random potato chips. This is flour and sugar that need put away. This basket here holds completed schoolwork, my planner and stuff that's there. That just needs wiped down. Granola, some snacks, a car part, and then the pantry. So years ago we had painted this with chalkboard paint, and the kids don't really use it anymore. Some of the stuff won't wipe off. They tore a strip of the veneer off and it just looks kind of chippy. But out on the porch in my craft stuff, I had this, and I think I'm just gonna touch up what I can and just kind of go over it and at least make it all one color again until I have time to do something else. Really, it ought to be replaced, but it's a trailer size door, so it's not that easy to find them. I think that one's maybe 24 inches wide, and then it's like less than 7 feet tall. So I'm just gonna touch it up and see if we can make it look better for now.
Mickey, I told me use your head at the table. No.
I'm exactly halfway done.
Sunglasses.
I'm getting there on this side of the room. Still have to put away the flour and sugar, got the potatoes put away, cleared most of the stuff out of the dry sink there, except the box of the Velvetas that somebody gave us. We're gonna put them in the pantry whenever we get over there. All the things that are on this are things that go on the pantry. So we have a hook that goes over the door, and it holds all of my aprons, and that bag over there is canning lids and rings to put on open jars, and my bucket opener. We keep our fly swatters on there, and then there's also a wreath hook and a wreath on there, and the wreath was actually made by my sister-in-law out of one of my father-in-law's dress shirts after he passed away. So I got the pantry door repainted. It's not perfect, but it's looking a lot better than it was with all of the inside of the door being able to be seen and things. So it's just about dry, so we can open it up and I'll show you what is inside here. So, oops, hit the broom. Let's go a little closer here. I need to clean the back of that door as well. Alright, starting at the top. There's canning lids and things in that bin, batteries, and then a bunch of meds and vitamins and things that need to be gone through. Originally, I believe that originally this was meant to be like a utility closet for brooms and things. It does have a hanging rod in here. When we moved in, this shelf was here, and there was a shelf here, 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 and here, and the center was all open. But my husband put in these with supports on the sides and put in the 2 bigger shelves across because we needed more storage. So like on this top shelf, I think we have bouillons, and the coffee actually is my 15-year-old's, and just a bunch of stuff. I don't even know. I know that down here, this half bushel box is supposed to be like my Trim Healthy Mama type foods. There's some other buckets, or not buckets, gallon jars in here. There's a bunch of those that hold different things. And then down at the bottom, the Keurig is my 15-year-old. So we've got empty jars, full jars, whoop, going for a ride. There's a bucket. This square one is supposed to be snacks, but it's everything that's in there, it needs to be tossed right now. We have oats down and behind there, quick oats, flour, brown sugar, and dehydrated potatoes. And then our air popcorn maker and our toaster are in there as well. So we're going to start going through this and clearing stuff out. Start up here with the top. As I'm going through the pantry, I'm making a list of things that are in there that I really need to use up that have been there a while. Usually we don't keep a lot of like this kind of stuff in there. It's usually just bulk food, so we're gonna work on getting them used up. I found 3 containers of peanuts in the pantry, and so I put them all together in one. I'm just gonna put them in the freezer because I don't think we're going to actually use them all before they go rancid. So I was going to do baked potatoes for dinner, but I have changed my mind, I think, because going through the pantry, I found the dried potato slices, and there's not a ton of them left, like 6 cups or so. And I have cheddar cheese powder, so I think I'm gonna make au gratin potatoes, and they have to bake for 30 minutes, so I don't know if I'll do them in the roaster or just do it in the oven and hope for the best. And then that'll get the potatoes out of there. I'll still have cheese powder left, but we will be using something up, and then I don't have to write it on my list. We don't usually have cereal, but the Chex we got at Dollar Tree to make puppy chow, and the other 3, the protein Cheerios, were less than $1 a box, and so the kids have eaten 3 boxes of them, but we have 3 boxes left, so we're gonna put those in here for now and hopefully use them up as well. Good morning, it's Thursday, and I'm going to show you what we got done in the kitchen yesterday. Today we're going to go down and get the van fixed, and while Mr. Larry is doing that, we are going to go play in the creek. So everybody's gathering up their water shoes and extra clothes. We're going to do that. Dan picked up the glue for the rubber gasket seal thing that needs fixed on the van, and the guy was like, well, the last time I bought it, it was $15 or $20, and so it should be about that, and then labor. But we all know that prices aren't what they should be, and it was $38. So, but I know he's going to treat us right for labor, so I'm going to show you what we did yesterday. Okay, so this whole end of the kitchen is done. I watered my plant and the leaves uncurled, so that's a good thing. And got everything cleared out of there. And then the pantry. This is what it's looking like afterward. Much better, much cleaner. I wrote a list of all the things that I want to use up, things that are just random in there. And one of them is the dried blueberries up there. And so this morning I went ahead and made blueberry waffles. I reconstituted them and then just put them in the waffle batter. Can't really see them in there, but they were pretty good. So dishes are done and we're gonna get ready to go. So we got our van fixed and played in the creek and changed, and then we stopped by Save-A-Lot to get bagels and yogurt and the dollar store for paper plates. And we're gonna have a picnic and then go to the library. And we decided to drive just a little bit out of the way. Our county has 6 libraries, and there's 3 that we go to consistently that's kind of like in our town, and then the other 3 are kind of further out. One's in a college town and we don't really like that one, and then there's 2 that are kind of outside that, and one of them's closed because it was flooded recently, like in the last month or 2, and it's still closed for repairs. So that's in Westernport, Maryland. You can look it up. There was some controversy about a guy getting his daughter out of the school whenever it flooded, but anyway, we're not in that town, but we are in a different town, and we're gonna have our lunch. I've noticed lately, like when we would take our older kids to playgrounds and stuff, that there used to be people who would go to them, and now we're usually the only people. But here we have an iron furnace, and so they would use it to melt the metal to make iron. There's a lot of them in Maryland, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, but the kids don't really remember going here. We went whenever probably our 5th, who is now 12 and a half, whenever he was a baby, I remember coming here. But anyway, we decided to do this today. It's a beautiful day.
I miss Nebuchadnezzar. I'm Queen Nebuchadnezzar.
Figured out where the chimneys are.
Go, Belle. It's like a never ending.
Never ending.
Yeah, like you can't see the end. You can't see the light. See, Mama? See? Come on, look.
Oh yeah, that one's filled in, huh?
Guys, let it play.
Hold on a little bit, okay?
Mama, this is real because you can go to the other one on the other side. I don't leave them to the...
Looks like people made a mess in them, huh?
Yeah, people made a mess in here. Because Mama, you don't have
got Tony
that one
I'm throwing away now.
Yeah, I will.
Back there was blocked off. Look, people made a mess in here.
Well, this is the the other side.
But like, is it like why is there like this random tunnel? Only one of these.
No, that one's blocked off too.
Yeah, they made a mess in this place.
Ooh, it's muddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I walk in like?
No, I don't think you need to.
I made a mess of in here. What do you think?
The kids decided that since we're at a furnace, they're going to reenact the story of the 3 Hebrew children, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, getting thrown into the fiery furnace. So that's next.
This is the story of my friends Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
You guys not obey my decree, but you can throw into the fire.
No, we're going to die. Think it was for a good cause.
Don't get every time hotter.
It was.
The end. Micah as Shadrach. Take a bow. Okay. Abigail as the guard. Caleb as Abednego. Who's next on the other side? Evie as the King Nebuchadnezzar. Who's next? Aaron as Meshach. And Emma as the guard who stoked the fire 7 times hotter and the one who shines like the Son of God.
You know, it's hard as monkey balls.
Oh, maybe. Do you just slide along them?
Mama,
It's harder.
you see the car? There's a Jeep flood on the other side.
Oh, okay.
Mama, will you go
So you gonna balance it on it? Somebody gonna balance on it? Can you do it, Caleb?
No. I can't. I can stand on it, but I die.
You just sit on your butt.
Let's go the other way.
From the owl.
You try it.
It's terrible.
Let Emma try. What about Abby?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Show you my rendition of it.
Ooh. Maybe we should throw it away.
And then I'll show you my rendition of it.
Yet.
Oh no!
What?
This box too small. Maybe too big.
Caleb, pick up that garbage there and go throw it away. That packet of stuff that Emma dropped back on the ground. Woo! Sorta.
I found the drawers up there. I can see them. Ones that popped out.
Oh, okay.
On the slide.
It's harder than it looks, huh? The door's up there. It's so high.
Yeah, if you come
These guys are so blue.
so hot. See?
It is hot.
You should go over the way.
Especially with the, whatever this is, rubber. Coming down.
I wonder if you can climb in these and just like
Ooh, look, a soul. Mama, there's a soul up here. It says something. It says BTJ.
I don't know what that means.
Mama, you want this way? See, Mama? If you look up there, you can see the doors.
Yeah, I know. I saw.
Mom,
Yeah.
it says I love my wife, and then it says I hug my hubby. Hubby? And it's like 2 little kids drawings.
There's one in there. Look.
What?
Is that a gray or is that blue? I guess it's blue. We're back home and I'm gonna start dinner and I'm gonna be making chicken pie. I'll show you the cookbook that I'm using. So this is the cookbook that I'm using. Sorry, I'm attached to the charger. The Basics and More. It's a Mennonite cookbook. And my mom gave me this before I got married or right after, and the ones that we used all the time growing up she highlighted. And then let's see, so being from a Pennsylvania Dutch kind of background, what most of the country would call chicken pot pie, we just call chicken pie. It's really wrinkly. But this is the recipe. And then we would do what we call chicken pot pie as a soup with either an egg noodle or a dumpling kind of noodle in it. And I make mine with dumplings. My husband's family makes theirs with an egg noodle. So like Cracker Barrel's chicken and dumplings is similar to what I would call chicken pot pie. And chicken pie actually has the crust and then the filling. So this is the chicken that was left from last night. I'm gonna pull all of that, and then 2 jars of mixed vegetables that I canned a couple of years ago, and some leftover corn, and that'll be the basis of my filling. Around here we go big when it comes to food, so we'll have 2 of these for dinner and then 2 of them for another time. If we're gonna use the oven, we're gonna fill it up. I'm about ready to close out this video, but one last project is going to be just to tidy this up real quick because we have company coming tomorrow, so we're going to get that done. All done. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.